In live? Yeah, yeah, all right, sweet. All right, so gonna talk about the new update I'm gonna release for the Level Up Trader. So, the first iteration was tiny bit buggy because of some vestigial parts I was testing in regards to like cumulative delta and the parsing of the single tick series into the cumulative delta aspect of it. So, yeah, today I'm gonna be going over, just the new update, just how it works, all that jazz. Okay, so, and what's new, obviously. So, one of the things that is new is, well, I fixed the bug, first of all. The, there is also a bug where it would, I guess not, for whatever reason, it would just, how do I explain it? It would double entry for I don't know. It shouldn't have. I think I fixed it. Haven't really tested it on Sim since I've been just playback testing to fix some other bugs, but I think I fixed it. Thanks for HFT. Thanks to HFT Algo for that fix, by the way. But what else? I did update the strategy a little bit, so I tightened up the filters and I added a confluence trade. So there's a certain trade, not necessarily a different trade, but if certain parameters are met, it'll use a different ATM instead of the typical SPQR for the second trade. So as you know, in the first update, the first trade only needed the first iteration only needed two ATMs, your chart ATM and SPQR. Well, this update needs three ATMs. Uh, I'm not saying that on YouTube, but don't you don't need a name for that. Just needs to be on Chart Trader. Uh, that's this ATM, and then you need SPQR and Imperator as your second and third ATM. Uh, I don't know if you probably know what those terms mean if you're over the age of 5. So I won't bother explaining the historical context behind them and how they relate to Rome. But yeah, so just Uh, I'll show you my settings right now really quick for those two. So for the chart ATM, I changed it actually from 45 to 35 just because I didn't like how much I lost off of the 35 or off the 45. So you could probably even change that to 30. I just haven't tested it. But this is basically not necessary. It only takes 13, so equals 5 to 13, right? So it only matters about the first two. So 15 and 24, I kept those the same, but I cut the stop loss down a little bit. So the 45 seemed a little unnecessary, and I didn't like how every losing trade was like 3,000 bucks. So I changed that. Okay. For the SPQR, I did a little bit of minor adjustments. So, I toned these down a little bit. I bumped the stop loss up here from 15 to 23 because I didn't like, you know, this trade kept getting stopped out and it would like almost never hit. So I was like, well, the occasional loss of 5 more ticks is worth the 15 points extra I normally get. So I changed that to 23. It's always been 23, 42, and 43. All right, and the stop strategy is the same for both of these, which is just 15 profit trigger and -5, no auto trails. So that's that. I was gonna add chasing, but I haven't gotten around to it. So that's the SPQR, and then for the Imperator, which if you don't know how to spell it, that's how you spell it. It's basically the same thing, just doubled. Honestly, you could probably change that if you don't like doubling up your trades, but this is the if there's a very very high probability it's gonna work. I prefer to double on those, like blackjack, double on 11. So this is the equivalent of your 11, right? Gives you an edge over, softens your losing trades, makes your winners bigger, right? You're 11, even though it says 24. But this is basically why I do it. You can change this like 1.5 if you really feel like it. And I haven't really tested, changing just target 3, just target 2, just target 1, but I'll show you that in action in a second. If I go back to the chart ATM, I'll show you how that works. I'm like 90% sure the ninth, maybe. Let's check. I don't think the eighth had anything. Yeah, no, I don't think it did. Well, I'm pretty sure the eighth or the ninth had something on it. Kind of forgot what, but just let it play out. In the meantime, should have this update out sometime next week. I'm just in the process of finishing up testing this new update. Sorry it's been taking a little longer, but I did want to make this a good update since a lot of people are beta trialing it. So you know, gotta get people hooked on the cocaine before I release it in full. But I assume not many people are going to be able to even afford this strategy. So sorry, but sucks to suck. So just kidding, I'm sorry. But in all fairness, I think my pricing and my strategy is fair. So if you disagree, you can suck it. Just kidding, I don't mean that, but I am just saying if you honestly want to get I sell stuff that works. I want to get paid for it. So sorry if that ruffles any feathers, but just how life works. You can't always get what you want, but you can try sometimes, and you might get what you need. But enough of my soapbox. See if it'll actually take a trade here. I don't know if it will. I think I tested this earlier. I kind of forgot which day it was, but I actually have a Ninja script output that will. Wait a minute. Hold up. Ein Second. So that's kind of odd. Should never be printing entry. Okay. Did I spell it right in the code? Oh my god, that'd be so embarrassing. Let's see. Imperator. I'm like 90% I spelled it correctly. Imperator. Imperator orbis. Yeah, I should have. Question mark? Uh, huh. Well, let's see actually. Let's see if I'm wrong, but I should have gotten a trade somewhere in the middle there, but apparently not. Question mark? No, that's still 13. Okay, 13. What? Eh? Did I fuck this up? No, I don't think I did, but apparently I did. So, that's kind of odd. Well, it won, so I guess there's that. But yeah, well, at least that trade works. Hold up. Did I do this right? Okay, I'm like 90% I did. Anyways, I'll look over it later, but for now,